My name's Kyle, this is my dog Hulk, and today we are starting our adventure across Europe from where we've lived in Poland for the last 3 years to the new home. Reminds me a lot of Chernobyl, actually. We're out of Poland! Out of that bureaucratic pit of hell. Doggy's not having much fun down here. These genuinely are the best wings in the world. I've been coming here for 10 years. Hulk, are you ready? A little sad, but also glad. So here's the plan. I was originally supposed to be leaving Tuesday, but I managed to finish some of the final document bullshit that I could do here because it's fucking awful for that. This country's fucking horrible for bureaucracy and documents. Worse than anywhere else I've ever been. And I was supposed to leave Tuesday, but I managed to get it all done Friday. So then thankfully the realtor was able to do the key handoff today on Sunday. So I'm doing a short day today to Prague. After that, we will head to Gutbrandelhof. I hope I'm saying that right, which is in the Austrian mountains where I'm going to play golf one afternoon. That'll be, oh my God, that'll be tomorrow afternoon, Monday, which is kind of insane. And from there to Zurich, Switzerland, onward to Lyon, then Bordeaux, and then somewhere like Oviedo or Gijón in Spain, which is kind of on the northern coast, and then down to Porto, and that'll be my last night on the road. So that is the itinerary. Hopefully I get some good rest tonight and have a little more energy to be making videos in the car tomorrow, because right now I'm kind of like, oh, just dragging. But we're almost out of Wrocław. There's a cool gas station and rest stop that I've always gone to every time I've gone to Prague, because I've gone to Prague like 2 or 3 times since we've lived here, and we've always stopped there. So I'll stop there, and that'll be in about 2 hours. So hopefully it gets me there at 4:15, then onward to Prague. Hopefully get to Prague by 6:30 at the latest. And maybe I'll go to my favorite chicken wing spot. Maybe I won't. I'll stay at the hotel tonight. I'll see how I'm feeling when we get there. But that's the plan for the next week. Everything's booked. Everything's ready to go. I thought about trying to condense it a little bit and do one less night, but I would have needed to do like 3 7-hour days in a row in the car, which just felt like a lot, like just way too much. Probably the most I've ever done in a car was just because I grew up in like Sacramento area, and then I went to school in San Diego. So I used to do that drive all the time, you know, a couple times a semester to go home. That's just 8 hours though, or less if I was, you know, left at a good time, you know, 8 hours, 1 day done. So I'm kind of a wimp. I don't think I could do 3 7 or 8 hour days in a row, but nor do I really want to. So anyways, that's the plan. Yeah, I'm going to be that guy this time. Since nobody would let me in, I'll be that guy. Passing by Oporov tram stop, one of the end of the lines, and there is a driving range out here. And heading into the neighborhood of Glechina. I think that's how you say it. The phone overheated, which if it's sunny out and we're going through Europe in the middle of June and the power source is in and the camera's recording. Anyways, we just been on the freeway for like an hour. We're coming up on the Czech border. On this trip too, I'm gonna be trying to do just some general costs for you guys. Do all the like hotel room tours, and filled up the tank. It was 3/4 empty today in Poland, and it was 260 zloty, so that should be about 80 something dollars. Mr. Editor, please put the exchange rate on the screen. My total journey here is gonna be like probably 37 hours in the car, maybe 35, and I looked down and I was like, God, my ass is kind of starting to hurt here. My neck is kind of getting tired. I looked down and I was an hour and 15 minutes into my journey, and I was just like, oh my God, this is going to be quite a trip. It's going to take 1 week total. 7 nights in hotels. Wait, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, 7 whole nights in hotels. About 5 hours a day driving, maybe some at 4.5, maybe some at 6. I just don't drive. I don't spend enough time in the car these days that I think I'm just not used to it. So we'll see how I feel at the end of this first 3.5, 4 hour day. Almost to Czech Republic. Czech Republic is the road. Some of the roads are going to be really interesting, so I'll make sure the camera's on for those. Just a lot of up and down in the mountains, so that'll be interesting. Almost out of Poland, almost final adios to this country. If you watch one of my last videos, I make a comment that European cars are basically nannies, because basically every time you go over the speed limit, it starts dinging at you. And you can't turn it off. Every time you start the car, it goes on. So if you go over, it goes ding, ding, ding. And you have to turn it off every single time you start the car. And just now, I've been driving for all of 2 hours, and my screen popped up and said, you might be tired. It's time for a break. So welcome to the world of everyone telling you what to do. Because people aren't responsible enough. Yeah, that's just Europe for you. Trying to play nanny, play daddy. I am your daddy. Just about halfway to Prague. As soon as we separated from the freeway that I think goes to Dresden, the traffic got a lot better, a lot more empty. The speed limit went up to 140. That's kilometers, miles an hour. Life has been a lot better since, moving a lot quicker. This is probably a great time to remind you, since this is going to be a very long trip, that there are like 4 cars that are just fucking stupid. Fiats are fucking stupid. Renaults are fucking stupid. Opels are fucking stupid, and Peugeots are fucking stupid. Anyone who buys those cars, they handle like little like boxes. Like you fart and a Fiat blows off the freeway. I've driven enough of them, I know. Same with all the French cars. They have no oomph to their steering. There's no heaviness to it. And people who buy those cars are just, I don't understand them. So just let's remember, those are the big 4 of like people who have zero taste by those cars, and I bet we're gonna see some of them driving very poorly on this trip. This wonderful environment on the right, God, I don't know what this is, but they are definitely not on the green agenda, is what we can say for sure. What's crazy is there's actually a town down here. I mean, they must all work at this plant, and God, can you just imagine waking up every day and looking up at that though? Yeah, there's a town. What's it called? Bogatynia. We're in Bogatynia, and we, I believe, are super close to the Czech border now. I don't know if we'll actually see a sign for it or not, but yeah, just look at those. Reminds me a lot of Chernobyl, actually, which I have actually been to back in 2016 with my wife, who's from Kiev, Ukraine. Her parents still don't know we went, so please don't tell them. Anyone watching this, probably take that secret to the grave. But yeah, I think we're very close now to the Czech border, like within a few miles at the most. Mr. Editor, Radoslav, maybe we can put some interesting facts about Bogatynia up on this screen for our viewers. Maybe we can learn something about what all of this actually is and what it does. That would be very interesting, I think. People definitely live down here. Shout out to Radoslav, my editor. He does a fantastic job putting all the random stuff I request in my videos on. He does great work. Shout out to you, my friend. You're gonna have a lot of fun compiling all of this footage and making videos out of 7 days of me yapping in the car. It's gonna be quite a job that you're gonna have. All right, we are out of Bogatynia, it seems. I feel very bad for my dog. He's not usually sitting in the front. I don't think he knows what to do with himself. I might have to find a way to move him to the back. Also, shout out to Radoslav, the editor, for learning in the last videos that if I critique or comment on someone's driving, we need to blur the license plate. So we don't need to worry about blurring plates until I say something like, what a stupid fucking Fiat. Then, because of laws and reasons, then we're supposed to blur that to protect their privacy. But they bought a Fiat, so everyone knows they're fucking stupid. Like, it's telegraphed. I think that was a Fiat right on cue. Make sure we blur the license plate on that one. You better just blur all the Fiats, all the Opels, all the Ladas. I wasn't in my list before. All the Peugeots. You just better blur. You see a French or an Italian car, just blur that shit, my friend. We'll be safer off that way. So, heading to Prague tonight. For those of you who don't know, I spent some time in Prague in 2016, 2017, a little bit of 2018, quite a bit of time. So I'm pretty familiar with it. The funny thing is, the 2 cities that are connecting our trip out of Eastern Europe today are the first 2 Eastern European cities I went to. 2014, I was basically going to Eastern Europe for the first time. I'd heard such amazing things from, like, you know, forums, and I was into the dating scene and game and everything at the time. And Wrocław and Prague were the 2 places in Eastern Europe I went. So really ironic that 12 years later, here I am connecting out of those 2 cities to get somewhere in Western Europe. It's like life just kind of really does go full circle in some ways. So yeah, just thought I would share that. So anyways, Prague is fun to visit. Prague is a beautiful city, obviously. Kind of one of those places, man, maybe it's just me, but I didn't really click with it that much. It was maybe the visa situation was so difficult for me at the time. I don't know. Just it's kind of the same thing as Poland in many ways. Like Ukraine is definitely where I felt the most at home. Probably helped by having a Ukrainian wife. That makes everything easier. Everything easier, as I've mentioned before. If you're both foreigners in a place, that makes everything significantly more complicated. Ooh, I think that was the German police and border check. They're always up to something. I wish I could see on my map exactly where I am, because I don't know for sure. But I'm guessing, like, basically I know the highway we were taking, all the border crossings, even though there's really, it's like, you know, crossing from California to Nevada. Not really a lot to see, but, because I just saw a sign for Czech Republic, Hradec, I think that's how you say it. Now you guys get to hear me butcher Czech words for the rest of today. What a view, though. Stunning view. That's definitely more Czech mountain looking. Like I said, we'll see when we cross it could be any moment. I'm just going to waste all my camera space trying to capture this one moment of a sign for a split second of it. And I have to say, roundabouts are the greatest thing about European driving. Like, they make just so much sense. Like, so much better. They're like, why would we have a traffic light here? You know, if this was the States, we would have a traffic light there, and I'd be sitting at a red light for no reason. This is just superior. Also, little side note, I just rented a car recently. It was a AMG Mercedes station wagon, like a C300. It did like all the braking for me, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. But like going into a roundabout, if I didn't get on the brakes soon enough, it would like jam them on. And it was also like trying to recharge and stuff, and it was like almost unsettling. And I think that's what a lot of modern cars do these days. I can't say it was like convenient in some ways because you don't even have to lift your foot off the gas pedal, but also very unsettling because it wasn't like a full auto drive mode. It wasn't like a Tesla that's just like fully autopiloted. So it's like you never quite knew what it was going to do. I'm like, okay, if I just knew that you were going to do all the braking for me every time, then I could just be okay with that. But I never knew. So was not a fan of that. Just thought I would share that. So we got a bus from Ukraine here and a Range Rover from Austria. Okay, that is definitely a Czech city. Liberec, I think that's how you say it. 21 kilometers away, it said. So we should be getting pretty close here. Let's please clear this bus. Come on. Oh. Yep. Because the Austrian Range Rover wasn't paying attention. Guy made me slam on the brakes so hard. Spilled everything over the dog. Sorry, dude. Okay, this is a lot of Czech words now. I do think I actually have crossed. There was no sign or anything of the sort. Maybe there was and I missed it, but anyways, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say welcome to the Czech Republic. So you guys are going to get to see Hulk, the dog, his service animal vest. So many years ago, back when the war in Ukraine started, we had to fly to California with the dog, like from Ukraine. So we flew from Amsterdam, and basically I was able to get him certified as a service dog, so he could go in the cabin with us, because the idea of checking him into the cargo hold of the plane was not really what we wanted to do, and makes me very nervous. I would never want to subject my dog to that, obviously. Yeah, so he's a very well trained and behaved dog. So he'll have his vest on so he can go into the hotels a little easier and can go into restaurants and everything if needed. Not that anywhere's really not dog friendly, but so you'll be seeing that. And we are about to get into our Czech highway. Very close. Still stuck behind this bus. And we'll be on the, I think, E442 towards Prague. And this Czech freeway is definitely pretty up and down, windy, twisty through some of these cities and mountains. So we shall see it here. Let's just get onto the freeway, and then we're only an hour and 20 minutes away from the hotel. So it's 5 o'clock. We are clear to Prague. So we're actually going through the city here of Liberec. If I have any Czech viewers, you can correct my pronunciation. I'm sure it's wrong. Oh, I still want to honk. Be immature. You can't do that, Kyle. You're 34 years old now. You're much too mature for that. Anyways, we're out of Poland. out of that bureaucratic pit of hell. I cannot say I'm upset about that in any way. We are heading south to sunnier skies and better moods and better food. Czech to me has one of the more interesting things about it compared to Poland. It's just you basically cross the border and the terrain is so much different. I mean, Prague is very hilly, far hillier than any Polish city. I've been to, well, all the major Polish cities. I've been to Gdansk and Sopot area, the Tri-City. I've been to Warsaw. I've been to Krakow. I've been to Poznan, and they're all pretty much flat as a board. So huge difference right off the bat. Between Czech Republic and Prague. It's just the terrain. I mean, just even in this city right here on the highway, this is probably more elevation change than we've had throughout pretty much the whole drive out of Wrocław today. So I think I've ever actually been to this city. I've just driven through her a few times. Tomorrow we will go through, I will totally butcher this name. Mr. Editor, please put it up on the screen. České Budějovice, which is out in the south part of this country. And I've been there mostly on the way to Český Krumlov. Beautiful little town. A lot of fun to go. And now we are out of the city. Prague is the next major one. Well, I am really glad I left today. Traffic in Poland was pretty bad, but once we got out of the main corridor to Germany, it hasn't been too bad. And good way to kind of just get your feet wet in a way. Just do 3.5, 4 hours, get to another city, and I actually feel pretty good now. I feel like I could drive for probably another 3 hours if I needed to today, but hotel's already booked and paid for, so we shall stop as planned. That guy is flying. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Gonna have to blur those license plates. Holy crap. Yeah, get out of his way before he kills somebody. So, Czech Republic is the home to Škoda, which I think makes a fantastic car for the money. Very much like they have a little more character than like a Toyota, but definitely just good, solid, reliable cars, part of the Volkswagen group. So yeah, I actually had a friend in Prague who worked for Škoda as like a translator for, I think, like the CEO maybe, I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, Czech cars are made here, Škodas, and they are very popular little cars here. You can see lots and lots of them, like that little red Fabia in front of us. And there's a blue Kodiaq, I think. Okay, 98 kilometers to Prague. By the way, this is also the first episode of the recent travel videos where we've installed a GPS so that Mr. Radislav can actually put on the screen exactly the route. We tried to do it before, but it wasn't perfectly accurate. He was just kind of making do with what we had, and now we have actual GPS tracker, so we'll see how it works. Major traffic here. I promise you this is going to be an arrow telling you to merge, which they put in the middle of a very fast, very steep downhill. And I bet you they aren't doing anything. That's my prediction. There will be absolutely nobody working on the road. Yeah, just make it very dangerous for everybody. Shocker. Nothing is happening. I guess it is Sunday, but I mean, they obviously haven't done anything. Like, look, the pavement looks exactly the same. And there's no one out here, so, like, it was a holiday weekend. It was Corpus Christi Thursday. I don't know if that's a holiday in Czech Republic or not, but it's Sunday, so it's been like this for at least 2 days. Like, why? It would have taken a couple people a few minutes to remove all that. I guess this would have taken a little more time, but, what's it matter, right? I'm not going to change the world. So, 1756 now. So, we're getting into the outskirts of Praha here, and where is this? Oh, I don't know. Not sure which neighborhood we're in, actually. I know we're gonna come in and head through Karlin area, which is a pretty cool spot, actually. I really like that neighborhood. Oh, this kind of kills me because I feel like I could probably do a couple more hours right now and not, like, it would be fine, but oh wow. So, towards the Centrum, we've got a camera here, so let's be on our good behavior. Actually, way out on the left, you can see the TV tower, which is in Žižkov, kind of close to where I'm staying. Oh, you can go watch my experience living in Prague video. That one's like a year old now. Shows you all the hoods I lived in, the apartments I stayed at. Whole walkthrough of our lives here, so go check that out. Someone should add a link to the description, but I'll probably forget, so you might have to just go to my channel page. So we are going to go through Letňany, which is a neighborhood I know. It's on the yellow line, if I'm not mistaken. One of the furthest neighborhoods in Prague. I think it's at the last metro stop, Yellow Line, east side of the city. Oh, nice to get off the freeway. Welcome to Prague. And once we get to the hotel, I'll get to do my joyous routine I get to do for every hotel on this trip now, which is the dog and the bike. So go check in with the dog, put him in the room, and then get my expensive road bike that is with me instead of the moving company out of the car, which after seeing the way they loaded up today, I'm glad I took the bike. And they took my gravel bike and my mountain bike, which are both aluminum, so less worried about those, but I kept the $6,000 carbon fiber bag with me. Oh, welcome to Prague. This is the outskirts. You'll notice it probably doesn't look much different than the outskirts of Wrocław did. Flashback, Bratislav, please, to the outskirts of Wrocław. Find something that looks just like this, because I promise you it exists. We're going to take this road down through Prague 9 into Prague 8 and then into Karlin, and then we'll pretty much be at the hotel after that. So we're staying at the Hilton Prague Atrium, right near Florence, which is a huge transit hub, bus stops, metro stops. Oh, hey, things are open on Sunday in this country. Wonderful. So the joke there is that Poland is closed every Sunday, all stores. Except for like 8 a year. So you can't buy groceries or anything on Sunday. Okay, we're almost there. I'm alive. So anyways, Sundays, Poland. I wanted to go buy an air tag this morning, or a couple air tags, and I was just going to throw them in the random boxes that were going on the moving truck. That way we could, see where the moving truck was. And I woke up and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't go somewhere and buy something at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Nothing's open. So won't miss that. Spent a lot of time here and I've never been this way, I can firmly say. You can kind of see the whole city. Now, you probably can't see it very well on the camera, but if you zoom in right in front of you as we come over the lip of this hill, you'll see the whole city on the hill there. This looks a little more familiar, but maybe I still don't know where we are exactly. There's one of the trams. Trams are also made by Skoda. Oh, hello. I think we're about to be in Karlin. It's a very modern neighborhood. And we definitely are. Oh, doggy, doggy, doggy. Doggy's not having much fun down here. I don't know where else to put you, dude. Unless you want to go in the trunk. But my golf clubs are in the trunk. Those are important. So yeah, modern neighborhood. Whether you like that or not is up to you. Crazy statue up on the left here. Statue grabbing the building. And here we are at the river almost. It's to the right, you won't be able to see it, and I'll be turning in before you see it, but... And here we are at Hilton Prague. If I remember right, and I may not, I think I just go and park. You just get your ticket in there. And if I remember right, it's also pretty tight in here. We're gonna find out. Oh boy, I really hope this is gonna open. Okay, good. Because I don't remember those garage doors being there last time. We were here a year ago. I need to be able to open the right hand side of the car easily. That's where all the dog is and all the stuff. Okay, first destination. We made it. Hulk's having dinner here. Here's his service dog vest. And here's the view of Prague. Actually, not a bad view, I have to say. TV tower. So I'll give the view a solid 5 of 5, honestly. Like, I can't complain too much. Got a train coming through. Standard room, executive access at least. Excuse me. And a bathroom. Honestly not. It's a hotel room. It'll do. We are in Prague, off to go eat the best chicken wings in the entire world. Hulk, are you ready? There's Florence bus station. Train tracks that we saw from the window. These genuinely are the best wings in the world. I've been coming here for 10 years. The fucking kitchen is closed. I'm actually, like, devastated. God damn it. I walked all the way here for nothing. Oh, that sucks. They have genuinely the the best wings in the world. I've been coming here since I was like, geez, 10 years, 2016, first time I was here in Prague, like living here long term. Every Thanksgiving in Prague, because it was Americanized. Oh, that is such a bummer. Good morning. It's day 2. It is 5:25 in the morning. I think I'm still running off a bit of adrenaline. So we were up very early. We're gonna get an early start. I feel like shit. The allergies have just been killing me here, and something about the ventilation. Like Eastern European hotels. I've had the same issue in almost all of them. No idea. I'm in Warsaw, every time I'm in Prague, it's the same thing. Let me show you. So you get just this huge blanket, and of course, I'm sure I could find a sheet or I could take the big blanket out, but the ventilation is just always so old, and so I just wake up every time. Like, my eyes are completely bloodshot red this morning. No idea why, it just is what it is, but yeah, hopefully we'll get some better air tonight. We'll see how this guy does today. He looks like a piece of bread right now. He looks like a bread. He was not very happy in the car yesterday, and he's not used to being in the front, but that's really the only place that there's space for him, so I don't know. I have that CBD oil for him, so we could get stoned, or he could get stoned, and he might chill out a bit. Maybe we'll save that for another day.